Hi there, I'm Ryan Ernst, and you might know me from my videos on Pixel Fondue, or you might use my Unit Switcher Pie menu. Well, in this video, I'm going over my Mighty Mouse kit for Modo, row number 2. Pause, hold up, I wanted to remind you, if you buy my kit in the next 2 weeks, that gives you till September 4th, you'll be automatically entered to win this Razer Naga Trinity, brand new, still in the box, not refurbished or nothing. Alright, continue. Alright, again we're going to start off with our default 4, 5, and 6. That's 4 is materials, 5 is items, and 6 is pivots. Those haven't changed. But from then on, if you hold Shift, 4, 5, and 6 are going to become the powerhouse modeling menus in the Mighty Mouse kit. So Shift 4 brings up modeling menu number 1. It's got drag weld, diagonal redirect, edge zip, collapse, merge, and a lot of others. Then Shift 5 is modeling menu number 2, and it's got element move, smooth, thicken, push, element push, split, bridge, and radial. I use this one all the time. Then if we move on to Shift number 6, that's modeling menu number 3. It's got absolute scaling, faceted subdivide, freezing options, and all sorts of different bends. Alright, so Shift 4, 5, and 6 are the bread and butter of your modeling workflow, but then if you hold Alt 4, 5, and 6, you actually get the bread and butter of your mesh op workflow. So Alt 4 is going to be mesh op pie menu number 1, and it's got some really great stuff on here. It's got edit base mesh, so if you want to quickly switch over, no more having to have a mesh op window open, you can just quickly switch over. Then you've got ghost view right there, toggle, so if you want to switch your ghost view, you're working with different things that are thickened and all sorts of stuff, no more having to come up here and click it or even have the mesh op window open in order to use that. So those are both on Alt number 4. You've also on there got duplicate and freeze. So that'll duplicate and freeze your mesh. And then you've got freeze. You've also got subdivide, delete, vertex merge, and search op. So if you don't have something in particular on these menus, you can come back to Alt 4 and go up to search ops and automatically have the window wherever your mouse is. So then if we go over to Alt 5, this is mesh op menu number 2. It's got one of the main mesh ops that I use. That's thicken right there at the top. So thicken, and then you've got material tag, you've got polygon bevel, push, edge slide op, surface constraint, edge bevel, and merge mesh. Now, if you're like me and you like mesh ops, then you probably use these more than anything else, right? I've also got it on there, so edge bevels over on the left and poly bevels on the right, so it's a little bit easier for your brain to understand. It goes in the same order as your edges and polygons up at the top. Quickly be able to switch around there. Now, moving on to Alt number 6, this is mesh op number 3, mesh op pie menu number 3, and it's got set polygon type, it's got duplicate ops, it's got add selection set, curve ops, poly reduce, symmetrize, polygon flip, and bend. This is great. If you go into the duplicate ops and you keep holding Alt, then you'll get the rest of all the different array ops. So you've got array, pin clone, mirror, all your fun stuff. A lot of these menus keep going down. So if it's something on the outside that it says like duplicate ops, you go in there and you're going to find more stuff. It's great. Alright, so we've gone over Shift 4, 5, and 6. Those are the modeling menus. Alt 4, 5, and 6. Those are the mesh op menus. And then next up we've got Control 4, 5, and 6. Control 4 is the topology menu, and one of my favorite features on this menu is the topo mode down at the bottom. So you can quickly toggle on topo mode or toggle it off. And then Control 5 is your sculpting mode. Got easy sculpt move, smooths, and flattens. And then Control 6 is actually a pop-up painting menu. It'll just pop up right where your mouse is, so if you need to do some quick markups or something like that, you've got it right here. Alright, we're going to start layering these together. So Alt-Shift-4 is actually our drop action menu, so we can quickly come in here, turn on place and align, and then drop this onto there if we want. We'll go back into it, Alt-Shift-4, come up and turn it off again. That's the drop actions, that's on Shift-Alt-4. Moving on to Shift-Alt-5, this is actually going to be our Falloffs menu, so we can drop in linear gradients or soft selection, element, radial, whatever you want, or just turn it off with none there at the top. That's Shift-Alt-5 is the Falloffs. Now if we go over to Shift-Alt-6, this is going to be our Action Center menu. So if we want to switch things over to maybe Origin Action Center, this is where we're going to do that. That's Shift-Alt-6, and then we can always drop our Action Center back so that it goes back to whatever our default is set to. All right, last key combination for row number 2. This is Control Shift 4, 5, and 6. So we're going to start off with Control Shift 4. This is our verts or polygons centering pie menu. So if we grab these polygons, or if we just don't have anything selected in Modo, obviously everything is selected. We can center this stuff on the Z if we want. We can center it on the Y. We can center it all. Super quick, super easy, especially if you're trying to like symmetrize, a box or something like that. You can quickly throw it where it needs to be. Then if we go over to Control Shift 5, this is actually our item centers. So if we select this item here and we're in item mode, we can do Control Shift 5. We can set our center up to like the top here. We can set it over to the right, set it to the bottom if we want. Super easy, and it just quickly allows us to change where our center is based on the bounding box. So last one for row number 2, this is Control Shift 6. Now this has your mesh constraint and your symmetry options all in one place without having to come up and fiddle with them independently up here, open up menus, that sort of thing. Control Shift 6 is going to bring up your mesh constraint options and your symmetry popover wherever your mouse is. So I hope you've liked row number 2. Stick around tomorrow when we're going to go over row number 3. Alright, I'll see you guys then.